Right, hello to my Year 6 students today, and I am amazed I did not have a video about this subject before. Today, I'm talking about the carbon cycle. Carbon is one of the most important elements, grundämne, that we have on Earth. Carbon I can find even 100% as carbon. I can find it in different things. I can find it in graphite, like our pencils we use, lead in our pencils. I can also find it as diamonds. I can find it in many different things. You can even make balls, tiny microscopic balls made purely of carbon atoms. Carbon is a really flexible and therefore very important element. And of course, på svenska, carbon är kol. And coal is of course again something made of carbon. Oftast kol, att vi bränna, often that is something that also has sulfur and other elements. But the main thing is of course the carbon in it. Carbon, though in the cycle, usually comes from many different things. And most of the time of the carbon cycle, I am talking about CO2. I am talking about carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is, of course, most of the time going to be a gas. And we have that gas in our atmosphere. What we are doing is we're creating more and more of it. I'll come to that later on. You can also find those CO2 dissolved in oceans. They can lösa up. So often the oceans contain and they trap a little bit of the carbon dioxide too. But of course, most importantly, CO2, the reason we have it on the planet is that it is made by animals. And to be honest, and plants. Plants need it, they also make it too. But they usually need more than they actually make. This is because they do something called respiration. Respiration is the name of the process that makes energy. To make energy, they have to do a chemical reaction, and what comes out is carbon dioxide. So respiration is something there that makes all the CO2 we have in our planet. What our problem is that at the moment, if I do maybe time on the bottom, and let's say year 900 here and here, what year is it? That one, yeah. And if we have CO2, our graph is going like this. The amount of carbon dioxide on the planet is increasing. There are some good things of this. It means that our plants are growing faster and faster because plants need carbon dioxide. That's good. But also, it's trapping more of the sunlight. It makes our Earth warmer. CO2 is what we call a greenhouse gas. And it means that it traps the heat in our Earth. It means that the energy can't escape the Earth. It means it gets warmer. We don't let in more light. It just makes a big blanket around the Earth. So we have this here, and this is the problem. This is the problem, and it's because of people. People have done this. Because in a normal carbon cycle, it's 50-50. Overall, the plants give, wrong way around. There we go. The plants need CO2. So they take CO2 in. Here we've got a plant, and then of course, what will happen to that plant is maybe I'll have to do a giraffe, I mean it's so big. There's my giraffe. And then, of course, the plant will get eaten. Then when the plant gets eaten by the animal, out from the animal, when there's energy, is CO2. And I get a nice healthy balance. Here I have photosynthesis, how plants make energy. And here I have respiration, how plants and animals use energy. The problem is, sometimes these trees die. And when they die, sometimes, especially a long time ago, those trees sunk into big swamps. There's a period called the Carboniferous period of history. And all of these trees then, so many swamps, and so many of them are underground. And underground, as more and more layers of soil, jord, came on top of them, there was heat and there was pressure. The carbon in these trees made what we call today the fossil fuels. Oil, coal and gas. Many of them are made from trees that are 3 million years old. Those are the fossil fuels. The problem is, they're really good fuels. They are dense, full of carbon, and we can burn them and get the energy. The science word for burning is combustion. Combustion makes more CO2. So it's not balanced, and the CO2 rate goes up. Humans are affecting our carbon cycle. We need energy. We burn things. It's a great way of making energy. But then there's a problem that we're going to increase the CO2 and our carbon cycle is not balanced. Thank you.